Hi guys, my name is Trinh and today I'm here to do my December wrap up. Now, first and foremost, Happy New Year. So right now I'm filming on January 1st of 2019 and this video should go up on January 2nd. Happy New Year. I hope 2019 will be a good year for you and I hope you have a list of resolutions and I hope you will meet all of them. And also I have one more video coming up, hopefully on time. It's basically my 2018 year in review video. So that is the last video for 2018 and then after that it's all about 2019. So I'm so excited for the next few weeks or so. For December, I read 2 books. I'm not proud of it, but at the same time I was super busy in December. I watched 2 movies. For music I have 1 song to talk about, and then for TV show I have 1 TV show to talk about. The first book I read in December, and I think everyone can guess, that is Queen of Air and Darkness by Cassandra Clare. If you don't know, this is the last and final book of the Dark Artifices trilogy by Cassandra Clare. This book came out on December 4th and I got it. I read it immediately. I basically buddy read this with Sandy from Sandy Reads a Lot, and I have a book review and discussion and a reading vlog for this book, so I will link those videos in the description box below, but then also in the cards for you to check it out. There's not much I can say just because I filmed an entire video for this book and it was like a long process to film the video, to edit the video. It was a lot, but you know, it's up, it's ready, and you can watch that video if you're interested. All I can say is that I actually really enjoyed this book. I really love it, but it's not my favorite book from TDA. I think my favorite has to be Lord of Shadows. Even though I gave it like a 4.5 out of 5 stars, I think the best one in the trilogy is the second book. I still love Queen of Air and Darkness no matter what though, because I love this cover. It was so thick, but it was so much fun to read. I'm basically done with the Shadowhunter Chronicles for now. I know there are 3 more books coming out in 2019 from Cassie, so for now I am caught up. Yes, it feels good, but at the same time I don't know what to do with my life because in 2018 is all about Shadowhunters for me. So now that I'm caught up, I have to patiently wait for the next book, which is the Red Scrolls of Magic, I believe. That's coming out in April, so I'm very excited for that. So overall I gave this book 4.5 out of 5 stars, and like I said, I have an entire video dedicated to this book. Check it out if you want to hear my in-depth review and discussion and everything. Now for music, there's one song that I want to talk about and it's so damn good. It is called Imagine by Ariana Grande, and oh my god, she's been coming out with so many good songs. Imagine came out, I believe, the beginning of December, I want to say, and it was such a beautiful song. Like, I really love when she does like a little bit R&B, because this song, it has a beat, but at the same time we really focus on her vocals, and Ariana Grande is literally one of the best vocalists in this generation. She has a beautiful voice, and I think one of like the most surprising things about this song is that in the song itself she does that whistle tones or whistle note, whatever it is. It sounds beautiful, and I watched her live performance on Jimmy Fallon and she killed it, and it's such a beautiful song because it's all about asking that person, like, can you imagine us being happy? Can you imagine us being together and falling in love with each other and stuff like that. It's so fucking good. So for Imagine, I gave this song 5 out of 5 stars. It's so beautiful and I cannot wait to listen to it again after I finish this video. I just realized that for movies, actually yeah, I watched 1 movie, but then I also watched a stand-up comedy special, and it is John Mulaney, Kidgores at Radio City. Now in my November wrap-up, I talk about his 2 other stand-up comedy specials on Netflix, and I watched the final one this month. I definitely will say that it is funny, like it is entertaining, and I love John Mulaney. He is a very entertaining comedian, but it is not as iconic as New in Town or The Comeback Kid. Actually, I think those 2 are amazing. Like, yes, they're funny, but then there are some moments that I still remember from New in Town and The Comeback Kid. But for Kidgores at Radio City, I'm amused for a moment. Like, as I'm watching the stand-up comedy special, I'm amused, I love it, but then after it's over, everything just went out of my head. Like, nothing really stick in my head. Therefore, I don't think this is as amazing as the first 2. So for Kidgores at Radio City, I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. Now the only TV show that I consistently watch throughout December is Pokemon. Yes, I love Pokemon. I've always loved Pokemon when I was a young child. I watched the show, I played the games. I discovered my love for Pokemon again in December, so I was watching my favorite season of Pokemon, which is the Battle Frontier season, and also I'm playing the games right now, so I am truly living my best life. I just want to talk about the Battle Frontier season because it's so good. good. Yes, it is nostalgic because I watched this when I was really young, but now, you know, I'm older, much older, and watching it again, I just have to appreciate everything about it. I love the characters, I love the Pokemon, I love the journey that Ash is going through, I love the journey that May is going through, I love the humor. Like, Pokemon is actually fucking funny. Overall, it's so damn good, and I love Pokemon so much. It will always have a very special place in my heart, and Battle Frontier is my favorite season of the entire show. I give this season 5 out of 5 stars because it's so damn good. Like, so good. The last book I read in December is The Afterlife of Holly Chase by Cynthia Han. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I know that this book is supposed to be read around Christmas time, and I finished this yesterday on January 31st. Yes, I finished this on New Year's Eve, literally a week after Christmas Eve. But I was just so busy in December because I was doing schoolwork, writing my essays, but then I was also playing Pokemon. God, that sounded so lame. So yesterday, I finally just sit down and read this entire book, and it was so damn good. This book is about a girl named Holly Chase. So in the very beginning of the book, she is a very mean person. She is one of our unlikable characters, and she is visited by the 3 ghosts of Christmas. You know, like the ghosts of Christmas past, and then present, and then future. Those 3 ghosts basically come to her and tell her like, hey, you're a pretty shitty person, and if you don't change your ways, then you will die. She doesn't believe them, and she thinks this is just all a dream, it's all made up. So she does not change her ways at all, and then I believe a week later on New Year's Eve, she dies. Afterwards, she is recruited into this company called Project Scrooge. Basically, the company is all about picking a Scrooge a year, and then basically doing that whole like Christmas ghost shit, past, present, and future, trying to make that one person better. Holly is the ghost of Christmas past because she is a failed Scrooge. So she has to work at the company, and that is her role. This year, the Scrooge happens to be Ethan Jonathan Winters III. I remember his name because I have a friend named Ethan and I have a friend named Jonathan, so I thought it was so funny. This year, the Scrooge is a 17-year-old boy, and Holly feels attached to this one boy because he's really hot, but then also they're going through the same shit. That's basically it for the story. I cannot say much, but let me tell you, it was so good. So I was towards like the middle of this book. I thought, wow, like the main character kind of sucks. She's just so damn mean, but at the same time, I had like a very soft spot for her, so I was rooting for her. But I had no problem cussing her out because she was just so mean and selfish. So towards the middle, I had like mixed feelings about this book, but then when I finished this entire book, when I read the ending, I was like, this book is amazing. I love it so much. The plot is just so fantastic. I'm not gonna lie, there's some weird magic shit, and you just have to accept the fact that this is happening. Of course, there's gonna be some magic shit in here. It's a Christmas Carol retelling. Oh yeah, if you don't know, this is a Christmas Carol retelling. Let's quickly talk about our 2 main characters. Holly and Ethan are unlikable characters, but Holly, oh my god, like I said, I had trouble with her because she's so mean and selfish. At the same time, I was rooting for her. I wanted her to be a better person. I wanted her to be on the right path. Ethan, on the other hand, is very similar to Holly. That's one of the reasons why she is so attracted to him. Ethan isn't as bad as I thought because every time we see him, he's very charming, he's very nice, and all these things. Now, character development is one of my favorite things in novels because I think that is like very realistic. We as human beings, we grow as we grow older or as time passes. Holly Chase's character development is one of the best things I've ever fucking read besides Lock and Key by Sarah Dessen. But Holly, oh my god, what a fantastic character because there are so many layers to her character. Yes, she's mean and unlikable, but then she has all these things like deep down you know that she's good and she's capable of change. I think that's it for like the list of things that I love about this book, but let's start with the things that I really don't like about this book, but I think it's very minor. The writing style I don't think is horrible, but I feel like the writing style could be better. In this book, the author uses the word like a lot, and to me that is one of the biggest pet peeves ever in books because it's so annoying to read. I know we as human beings, we say the word like a lot whenever we talk because it's just like a really bad habit, but whenever I see in books, I get really pissed off. It's not when Holly is talking to someone and she says the word like. I have no trouble when when it's part of the dialogue, but I honestly hate it when it's part of the narration. It's just when Holly narrating the story and she uses the word like. That's when I get really pissed off. So that was one of the things that bugged me about this book. The other thing is that some sentences could have phrased better. On page 199, I will read to you this one sentence. It bothers me when I read it because I feel like this sentence could have phrased so much better. It's a very basic sentence. This twisty feeling in my stomach got even twistier. That's the sentence, and when I read that, I got pissed. I feel like you could literally make that sentence so much better. Like, why use the word twisty? Man, I am really an English major. So yeah, overall the writing style is just not my favorite. Like I said, it could be better, and it's just little things like this, but overall the plot, the characters, stuff like that is so damn good. So I gave the Afterlife of Holly Chase a 4.5 out of 5 stars. The last movie I saw, which was yesterday, so I watched this movie right after I finished the Afterlife of Holly Chase, and that is Dumplin. And if you don't know, this is a book to movie adaptation, and the book is by Julie Murphy, I believe. When this movie came out, I have heard nothing but great things on Twitter, so of course I knew that I had to watch it immediately. This movie is about a girl named Willow Dean, and she is a fat main character. Basically, her mom loves beauty pageants and she was a winner, you know, in the past. The movie is about Willow Dean entering the beauty pageant because she wants to prove to her mom that fat girls can enter the beauty pageant and have a chance of winning. That's basically the story, but there's so much more than that, and I really appreciate this damn movie because oh my god, there were moments that I really wanted to start crying, but I was downstairs with my family because it was New Year's Eve and I had to keep my shit together. The one thing that I did not expect from this movie is drag queens. Drag queens are in this movie and they're so fantastic. Characters are amazing. The plot is really good. Like, it's very easy to follow along. One of my favorite characters is Ellen, who is Willow Dean's best friend. I think she's so fantastic. Like, she's such a supportive best friend. And I also love the fact that Willow Dean is not the perfect main character. She is very judgmental, and I like the fact that she realizes her flaw, and she does admit that in the movie that she is judgmental, because as I was watching the movie, I got really pissed at her because she was judging people left and right. But I like the fact that almost at the end, she realizes her mistake and she does admit it, like, yes, I was very judgmental and I'm trying to be better. And I really appreciate that. This movie really reminds me that everyone has their own struggle, and even though there are people who are fat, skinny, the in-between, everyone is insecure about something, and you should not shame that person for their insecurity. I think that is a very great message. I give this movie 5 out of 5 stars. Of course, it was wonderful and I love it so much. This is like up there with To All the Boys I Loved Before, but I think To All the Boys have a very special place in my heart because of other reasons. But Dumplin is right up there when it comes to like one of the best shit I've watched in 2018. So that is it for my December wrap up. That is it, guys. I cannot believe 2018 is over, but I'm glad that it's over because now we can start anew in 2019. I feel like one of the goals for this channel is to have fun with the content that I am creating. That is always a goal of mine since like 2017, is to have fun with YouTube and with booktube and with videos and stuff like that. So I'm very excited for some videos coming up in the next few weeks or so. I hope you guys are excited as well. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.